Interested to go through this one because it says an exclusive look at the Game Boy to NES converter, which never came out. I do remember seeing it in this magazine when it was first released, but I haven't seen that in a while. When a Turbo CD-ROM, that'd be kind of cool. Got Ghosts and Goblins 3, Turtles 2, Dynamite Duke, and more. All right, let's see what we can find. Ah, big old ads. Good old Pac-Mania, good old Skull and Crossbones, both of them from Tengen, the unlicensed company. Well, you remember those black cartridges, right? And it's actually kind of a cool ad. I like this one. And not a bad game either for a Tengen game. Interesting, it says new for play on NES. I wonder if it's because you can't actually say Nintendo. I don't see anything on here. It might say, oh, down here. Nintendo and Nintendo Entertainment System, NES, are trademarks of Nintendo of America. Okay, whatever. Ah, very cool to see Godzilla on the Game Boy. And here's the stuff to look forward to, including that little sneak preview, that Game Boy to NES converter. Yeah. Okay. Oh, something from Toho here, both Godzilla and Circus Keeper. Not a lot of people talk about Circus Keeper for the NES. It's actually a pretty decent game. I played a lot of Godzilla. Yeah, funny to see Sushi X as one of the assistant editors. I remember he was kind of a big name in this magazine. Probably from the name alone, right? Ah, the Vic Tokai Review. All the great games you can look forward to. Conflict, huge fan of Go-Go 13. Got Kid Cool, right on, right on. Yeah, Clash of Demon Head. Oh god, look at the terror in this guy's face. This almost looks like a Junji Ito picture. Yeah, the people writing in their questions and all that. I'll skip those. Another ad. I know you got to remember that these magazines are like half ads. There's like, article on one side, advertisement on the other side. Yeah, as you can clearly see. Looks like Silver Surfer scored pretty well. Caveman Games, not so much. Someone gave it an 8. Sushi X gave it an 8. But then this Martin guy gave it a 4. More games coming soon. I never really put in the time for Werewolf. I really should. Oh, here we go. A lot more games. Man, people loving Mickey Mouse for the Genesis. 9, all the way down. Look at this one as well. John Madden Football for the Genesis. 9s all the way down. Final Zone for the Genesis. All these bad scores. I thought it was okay. Genesis does Strider. Okay. Yeah, they do. All the great games for your Sega Genesis here, including Dick Tracy, which doesn't even have a photo yet. And then Spider-Man is literally just a picture of Spider-Man. Castle of Illusion starring Mickey Mouse is an actual screenshot, though, so that's something. It's like somebody ripped this part out for... Oh, to send in something, okay. The Ultimate All Sega Magazine. They probably sent in for this Mega Play. I don't even remember Mega Play. Would have liked that. Then Super Gaming, from the editors of EGM, is the best info on Japanese games and systems. I would have loved that too. I'll have to see if there's issues later on YouTube or something. Ah, here we go. Okay, this is the converter. The new converter allows you to play Game Boy games on your NES. There's got to be a prototype still available. There's gotta be. The Wide Boy is the name of this thing. They still don't have a price ranging anywhere from $300 to $500. Can you imagine? You'd figure, I bet somebody could make one of these for like $50 right now. Of course, if they could, then they probably would have already had one. Okay, we have the one for the Super Nintendo, so that's good enough. Got the final specs released on the Sega 16-bit CD-ROM for Genesis. This is your Sega CD. And an early prototype, what it might look like here. Oh, great. The Worlds of Power books. Well, it's all about Tecmo. It's all about Tecmo here. So you got the games over here, and then learn the real story. Get it free. Get it for free here. The fun thing about these books, I have a complete series. It removes the sword behind there is fine, but it removes the little dagger thingy, the kurai or whatever that little thing is called. And the other books are like missing their guns and stuff. Kind of fun to see when you see it. Pelican's Island, my goodness. I remember renting this and beating it and trying to play it recently. It's like, man, it's rough. Metal Storm, one of the best. And every once in a while, sometimes in these things, you'll see games that were never released. Now, Pac-Mania was released. Thunder Force 4, yes. This game, loosely translated to Gnog, the name will be changed. It's like Wings of War. That's right, Wings of War. Oh man, look at this. Buster Douglas Boxing for the Sega Master System. If you want to see something fun, look up the eBay price for this game right now. Look up the eBay price for Buster Douglas Boxing if you're not familiar with Master System. Might be a little surprised. I'll see before, earlier, it talked about, Dick Tracy for the Sega Genesis. They didn't even have a picture. Here's a whole bunch of pictures. They could have just used one of those. Bomberman, of course, a classic. Grandia. I've talked about this game a few times on my channel. Like that game. The Future Year of 2016. Oh. 12 levels of play. I've never seen past the first. Oh, the tips and tricks. You gotta love these. Something for Beats Tactical Gladiator. Ninja Turtles for the Game Boy. Restore your energy. Look at this. All you gotta do is push up, up, down, down, left, right, B, A, while the game is paused. I should have known that. I bet I knew that back then, but It wasn't something I had thought about. Low G-Man. I remember seeing this picture too. It's like, oh, you can jump all the way up there? Man, that's awesome. Seize! Oh, you can access the sound test in Journey to Silius. Great music on that one. Oh, nice. Mega Man 3. Anything else you need to know? Yeah, that's all you need to know is Mega Man 3. Perfect. I wonder if anyone's won a free game from EGM, and if so, what game? Imagine if the game was just like some random like prototype they had laying around. You never know. The international look. Okay, here's what's coming out soon. Like Ghouls and Ghosts 3. This is your Super Ghouls and Ghosts for your Super Nintendo. Jelly Bean. I played a bit of that. Darius 2, Twin Cobra. Cool. V-Attack. Awesome background graphics similar to the moving things in Thunder Force 3. Make V-Attack. I wonder what this came out as. I do remember Crackdown, though. Crackdown was fun. The following seems maybe too graphic for adults. Okay. Yeah, the Atari Lynx here. Oh, epic. I wonder what that guy's doing nowadays. Solstice. The final test of the Game Master. That's another game I could never get past, but look at this on the side here. Send that in. Oh, here's all about The Simpsons. Got The Simpsons pinball. Cool. Oh, Simpsons for the NES. These are early photos, as you can see. Early photos. Including there's no window outside that sees the alien coming down. You'll notice that this is actually a reverse image kind of from like what you would see on the TV show, but there's an actual art, like official licensed art from the Simpsons themselves that had this on there, and that's what they based it on. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game, 4 megs. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is an awesome game. I wouldn't mind playing through this again. It's been a while. It's been a while since I played this one. Yeah, here's little Lance. You want to play like a pro? Yes. Yes, I do. Ghouls and Ghosts for the Sega Genesis here. Oh, this is a Master System. This is the Master System version. Sorry. I need to play it for the Master System. I don't know if I ever have. Dynamite Duke. Another dude. I wonder what he's doing nowadays. I like this game. It's John Madden Football. Look at this like clip art text there. Yeah, whatever works. Castle of Illusion. Classic. Superstar Soldier. This one's for the TurboGrafx 16. What a great game. You could win a TurboGrafx 16 CD player. Yes, please. Better to have like the Duo, of course, but you know, whatever works. Sinistron. Cool. Tricky Kick. Kind of interesting there. For the family. All right. I like the box art for this. It's like an MC Escher kind of thing. Rygar. This one is the one for the Lynx. Back when they'd also cover Lynx games. The Lynx version of Rygar emulates the arcade version. It doesn't emulate the arcade version, but you know, it's like, you know, the arcade version there. The Game Boy Club, only one page for F1 Race, which was also on the Famicom, never came out for the US. R-Type, Chase HQ, cool stuff. Get the 4-player adapter, why not? Always fun to go through these too. It's like, we sell it for that price and we'll buy it for less, you know, and that's just how they made their money. And sometimes some of the higher price games never even came out because they were announced, but not official. Yeah. Oh, here's more Game Boy. Cool. Ah, Gremlins 2. That's a fun Game Boy game. The Game Boy version of Burger Time's really good too. Oh, and Operation C. Right on. A couple more Genesis games. This is a whole lot of words. The Ultimate Game Club tells all. We're getting near the end of the magazine here. More from Super Play, Shadow Blasters. I was a huge fan of that game. And Sector X as well. Bring home Batman for your Sega 16-bit. Fill this questionnaire and you could win. And filling out this questionnaire, you're also entering for your name to be on a list for them to pass around. Ultima 2. Nice map right in the middle of the book. Now, Nintendo Power's always had the maps and all that. Don't really remember seeing a whole lot of maps in EGM, but cool that they have this. Makes sense. Ooh. I got a couple of hotlines here. Got the FCI hotline. You also have the Toho hotline. You're looking for tips on these games specifically, they'll help you out. I bet they got a lot of calls for Dr. Chaos. Sometimes hard to navigate. Highlander? Sure. Imagine this dude saving the world. Win a Shadow of the Ninja game from EGM. There are 10 chances to win. I've never won anything from a magazine, but I still tried every time. Imagine the back of magazines now. It'd be like, you know, like video game stores you know of, like the online vendors, maybe like people selling, you know, like people's whatnot streams. That's what I would use. Someone's YouTube channel. Follow me on YouTube. The high scores. Okay. Not bad. What if I know any of these people now? Probably not. Oh, cool. Japanese games? Absolutely. They can sell you the super graphics, which always looked pretty cool. Boy, you're paying that premium, though, for that import price. I remember looking at these, too, because sometimes there would be games in the arcade that I recognized, but we never got them in the US. I was like, oh, I need a way to play that game, and it's very tempting to order one. Not that I had the money to buy a game online, you know, back then, for sure. Oh, I always loved this, too. They kind of show you the ending, like, you know, the ending screenshots of a game. And here's Ys Book 1 and 2. I never beat Ys Book 2. I did beat Ys Book 1, and I loved Ys 1 and 2. Loved the soundtrack. Just never played it all the way through. and DJ Boy here. And that does it, along with Shadow of the Ninja, for this one. Let's see what's in this other magazine here. This is January 91, issue 18 of Electronics Gaming Monthly, featuring first look at new Sega Terra system. The Terra. Interesting. A friend of mine, Adam Korlick, mentioned, you know, we have like the Sega Saturn, the Sega Pluto was the prototype, and then Sega Earth was the code name for Sega CD. It's why there's the Earth in the background of the BIOS screen. So having a Sega Terra, I guess, kind of makes sense. You know, maybe the Sega Mercury was a Game Gear. I don't know. I'm sure it was something. I'm sure they all have code names. Techno Cop. Looks pretty bad. Look at this guy just blowing up, diving onto a car. I remember renting this once, and boy, I don't remember much about it. I might have to pick it up again. Dude, see, I mean, just stuff like this. Free. Send me your free strategy guide for Crystalis. I wish I still had this. I never had one. I wish I would have had this. Things like this. The modem. The Genesis modem. Yeah, I never got that. Never came out. Couple of games here. Isolated Warrior and Power Mission. Isolated Warrior is kind of a hidden gem. Not a lot of people talk about that one. Genesis does what Nintendo. Classic slogan. But what Nintendo does is release screenshots for their games. So just want to throw that out there, right? Oh, here's a big old headline. Konami for Genesis? My favorite games in the arcade are Aliens by Konami. Konami made some Genesis games. Oh, good scores for Solar Jetman there. Got a 9 from Steve. Only a 6 from Sushi X, though. Not a whole lot of people cared for Skull and Crossbones. I thought it was, I'll at least give it a 5. Better than a 4. Here's Jackie Chan's Action Kung Fu. That is supposed to be Jackie Chan, by the way. During this time, I don't think I knew who Jackie Chan was. I wasn't really familiar with Jackie Chan until, I had to have been like 96 or so when I started getting into his movies. Because we had our local video store that had a bunch of Jackie Chan films, and I started getting into them from there. I know he's been in other stuff too, like he was in Cannonball Run, but I wouldn't have known that. Great game though, super great game. The NES, I played it mostly on the NES. A lot of people say that the TurboGrafx 16 version is the definitive version, but I love the NES version. That's the one I know best as. Great game here. HAL Wrestling from HAL Laboratories. That's right, HAL America made a wrestling game, and it plays very well. Sword of Vermilion got decent scores, one of my favorite Genesis games. And Grandia got really good scores. I'm happy about that. More as well. Clax ranking higher than I would have thought, but people love Clax. Perfect time for puzzle games. You always look at the games and like what you would grade them, and then you see what they did. It's like, what? You're out of your mind for giving it that score. Like 6 for Gremlins 2? Man, listen. Gremlins 2 is a great game for the Game Boy. Man, everyone loved Aero Blaster. Look at this. I gotta give Aero Blaster another chance. There are so many shooters on the TurboGrafx 16. I get it mixed up sometimes. What is all this? All this question and answer stuff. Here's a EA. Be part of the EA club. Somebody highlighted stuff. Here's the Quarterman, the gaming gossip. This was oftentimes what people went straight to see the rumors, things coming out. Get a few tastes of Mario 4, F-Zero, other great games coming soon. 16-bit owners, don't worry for Sega. New list of games coming soon, including RBI Pinball. What? Oh no, RBI 3 Pinball. Area 88, well that came out for the Super Nintendo as UN Squadron. Yep, Final Fight, absolutely. Great games. Willow, yeah, well, Willow came out for the NES, but look at this EEPROM. That's erasable, programmable, read-only memory. Those are the things I use when I make repros. Moonwalker 2, that never happened. Just making stuff up now. And a 4-in-1 cart with Shinobi. Hang on, Zaxxon, and no, didn't happen. But there was a multi-cart, just not that one. Oh, always fun to see. What do we got here? Oh, this is a Terra and IBM ink deal for the... Oh, no, yeah. Sega and IBM ink deal for Terra, a Genesis and IBM computer combo. Imagine this, a Sega computer. Don't think it ever happened. Sharp introduces a TV with built-in Super Famicom. This is the Sharp, because we had the Sharp for the NES, and this is the one for the Super Nintendo. Or Super Famicom, rather. And then there's the Sharp here. Doo-doo-doo. Fun. Pipe Dream. Pipe Dream's kind of a fun game, like that one. Isolated Warrior, see that one again. Arrow Flash, cool. That's right. If you're still playing Sega, NES, or Nintendo, you're nothing but a weenie. You're playing the incredible high-powered Neo Geo. You're a real hot dog. This hot dog has like tomatoes and stuff on it. Good lord. How many sprites? Sound channels. They didn't list price. It should have listed price. Oh, Curon Conquest, great one. It's like that Mega Man style game. 17 companies have earned the right to display this seal. There you go. Hey, Puznik, I was just talking about that. Sort of the games that people haven't really heard of. Cool looking games coming soon. I'm always looking for like prototypes, so I'll get looking for games that were never released. It's my favorite thing to do in older magazines. I had Moonwalker for the Master System, as well as the Genesis. Fun to see what's on all these pages here. Look at this, good lord. All the stuff that, hey, a free membership to the Q-Billion Club. The Q-Billion Club. What an interesting game that was for the Game Boy. Telling you how many to type in here. Kung Fu Master. This is like, you know, Kung Fu, like black box title, but into a kind of a little platformy style game. It's kind of fun. Zarler Mercenary. Solstice again. Good to see. Good to see. Mondoose Fight Palace. Mondoose Fight Palace. That's I forgot what it's called in Japan, but something like just like Fat Man or something like that. Saw that one in the last issue as well. Oh, very cool. World Championship Wrestling. Oh, there's the old jump trick, like fall in the pit while holding the button down for Mega Man 3. That helped a lot of people beat that game. Oh, fun to see like the boss's hit points. Like how many does it take? Oh, you want to type in all these codes? Good lord. 3 times to continue. At the title screen, press A, C, B, C, A, then start, and you'll be able to continue the game 3 times. I thought this game already had continues. I remember the Help Me code on Castlevania 3. The Quick, the Dead, the Immortal. That was an interesting game itself, too. Kiron Conquest. Great ad for here. Plays a lot like Mega Man. If you've ever checked it out, you should. Aha! Here we go. Look at this. Final Fight. Gradius 3. Oh, super fun game on this one. Yeah, the old light boy. Look at this kid in the back. Not even buckled up or anything. Simpsons Pinball. They're still promoting that. Magic Sword. That's a fun game. Amazing Penguin. Interesting. So this is Pit Fighter, but it looks like it's crossed out. Like someone was like, no, not that game. A game called Brute Force. I'm not familiar with Brute Force. Reminiscent of Bad Dudes. It's a 3-man war on crime. 60 scenes, 4 city levels, punch and kick way through the streets. It could have been any game, I guess. But Brute, I'll have to look that up, see whatever happened to that. Shadow of the Ninja, that's a pretty fun game for NES. Natsume does that one, and Taxon does G.I. Joe, the first one. The second G.I. Joe games from Capcom. I prefer this Taxon version more. They're both great games. A lot of people love the Punisher too. Oh, here's another one, Palamedes. Interesting dice puzzle game. This is Dick Tracy for the Master System. Looks like, yep, Master System. Interesting. A lot of the Master System games were just kind of like downgraded Genesis games, and there's the Genesis version there. So you didn't have a Genesis yet, but you had a Master System. They still help you out. And Nintendo did that a bunch too, so it's not just one-sided here. Well, back to these again. Supplemental magazine just for Mega Drive, PC Engine, Super Famicom, portable. Yeah, see, that would have been fun. I would like that. Would have liked that. There's Aeroblasters. Cool. Good game. Sinistron. What a fun sounding name that is. Here's more. The Ultimate Fun Club. And looks like, again, somebody highlighted maybe like all the games they wanted, or maybe they highlighted all the games they had. No, maybe all the games they wanted. There's some pretty good games in here. TNC Surf Design, maybe there's all the games they had. Not a whole lot of people go out of their way to get a copy of TNC Surf Design. They just already have it. Operation C, fun. Be part of the Game Watch newsletter. More games for sale. Super Play on Mega Man 3. So there's some maps here. Few anyway, from Mega Man 3. I can dig it. Yeah, they really focused a lot on Sega Genesis during this time. When big with EGM, you can now show off your game playing skills with your very own US National Video Game Team jackets and t-shirts. And then here's the game over for Target Earth and Mega Man 3. And that concludes this issue. These are just a couple of magazines I have, but I have a whole lot more. I can always do more of these types of videos if you'd like. Let me know in the comments, and we'll see you again soon.